up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and it's a celebration. I mean, we got Inayah here. Congratulations.
What's up, girl? Thank you.
The album is out right now. Wait, there's more. As a matter of fact, we want to pop this bottle of champagne.
Let's go.
To celebrate. Both you and I are too scared to pop the bottle, so Dan, my producer's going to come over here.
Come on, Dan, because we scary.
And yeah. You know what? I want to be better at that, but I'm always scared that somebody shook it up or something's going to happen.
I ain't even
Don't
trying
point
to.
it this way, sir.
I was just
Okay.
going to say,
We both like this. Like something's about to happen to us. I have to get better at this. This is one of the things. I need to learn what champagnes to drink, what wines I'm supposed to be. Like, I want to be grown.
I'm so scared. I never understood why people shake it up first.
That's because they want it to.
I'm scared.
What? All you got to do, I feel like I could do, you just ease the top off, right? Slowly.
He about to pop.
Why are you facing this way? Turn
right
around,
there,
Dan. There we go. Turn around. Oh, he can't even do it. Ooh. Okay.
Shout out to Dan.
All right, so we got so many things to celebrate for you. You know, because first of all, I'm excited that you're here. Love your spirit, love your music.
Angela, I'm excited to be here.
You know, we got to toast to this.
Yes,
I know you got the
indeed.
team in here too. Does anybody else want some champagne with us?
Y'all
No?
thirsty?
Okay.
Y'all thirsty?
This is how you test to see if anybody has another baby on the way or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see if she'll drink this. No, I'm just kidding. Cheers.
Cheers to Wait There's More. Let's go.
Now I see the ring on the finger. So
You see that?
I see that. So that's an engagement ring we saw a few months ago. There was an actual engagement that went viral. Everybody said congratulations.
Is that what that is?
So can we celebrate and toast to that too?
Is that what that is? Is that an engagement ring?
Wait, there's more.
Wait for it.
I'm going to toast to that. No, but honestly, you got to be having like the best time right now.
I am. I'm having a pretty good year in all the ways, like in love, in music, in motherhood, in ownership and finances. Every single part of my life is so beautiful right now that I'm still kind of waiting for something to go wrong.
Oh, don't do that. You got to celebrate these moments.
I don't know why I do that to myself.
Right. Because sometimes when things aren't going well, you start feeling like, well, it can only get better from here. But when things are going well, you're like, something bad's going to happen.
Yeah. And I think that's only because I'm so, I don't know, immune to trauma. Damn, that sound bad to say.
Right.
But it's true.
Well, okay, before we get into that, let's get into the great things. You have 2 children, right?
I do.
You do.
And a bonus baby.
And a bonus baby. So your oldest is 9 or 10 now?
My oldest is 12.
Oh, 12?
Yeah, he's about to be 13.
Oh, my God. Now, that's grown.
That's a big boy.
I don't know why. Okay.
That's a big boy.
All right, and then the baby is...
Yes, and then I have my bonus baby is the middle baby.
Okay.
He's 5. And then the newest just turned 3 on April 8th.
Sheesh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Somebody was telling me the other day, some of these kids that ended up having to like really start to develop during COVID, it's like different because of the social...
1,000%. I got a pandemic baby. My last one is a pandemic baby, and he's just... He's wired differently.
Everyone says that.
I don't know, and I don't even know what it is. Maybe it's because they were, closed in and didn't have anything other than the internet and the people that they, their immediate family. But he's different. He's resilient. He's fearless. When he goes out into the world, I guess because he didn't get to see the world during the pandemic, he just want to go full force into everything. He ain't scared of nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh, and then for you being at home during the pandemic with your man, and he's Jamaican?
He is, girl.
Yeah. Oh, should I say fiance? We gotta get used to saying that. I seen the video, okay, with your fiance. How is that for you guys spending so much time together?
We don't get tired of each other.
Good.
Does that
That's
sound
perfect.
corny? We don't get tired of each other. We work together. We be at home together. We do separate when necessary, like for work and things like that. But if I could be up under my man all
in
day,
his skin,
I would. Yeah.
Do y'all sleep hugged up? You know how some people can't do
we
that.
We tangle our legs into each other's, like we tangle our legs up together.
That is so cute. And then you go home and you be so happy that y'all missed each other so much.
Yeah, I finally got a good one. So
all right, well then let's talk about some of these songs in that case, because you had to channel some other energies. I mean, even right now, hot sauce. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about I know this feeling. Tell your mama I don't like her neither. Because sometimes when guys are doing you dirty, the family knows.
The mama be knowing. The mama be knowing when she raised. Can we?
Go ahead.
The mama know when she done raised the ain't shit child, and a lot of the times when she also knows when her son has done something wrong and he go running back home, she'll be on his side like, well, he's just not ready, and he 35. What you mean he ain't ready?
Right.
The moms protect. They protect the bullshit, and I hate that. I feel like a nice amount of women have experienced
Absolutely
the mama being the problem.
Yeah, and not that she's the problem, but she always gonna ride for her son.
She be the problem because it started at home.
Listen, so you have a 13-year-old boy.
I do.
Right? So you always gonna go to bat for your son, no matter who he's dating, though, right? You're gonna...
True. However, I teach. I'm for real.
Okay.
I feel you on that, but I teach my boys accountability. You know, at all times, and I also teach them don't ever put yourself in a situation where you're gonna end up having to be held accountable if some shit go down.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you just gotta hope that you free them out into the world with that same perspective. But there's the internet, and then there's peers and things you just can't keep them away from.
Yeah, because sometimes you be feeling like your mom knew, your sister knew, your boys knew. That's the worst type of getting cheated on, when everybody know about it.
Oh, man.
And they done had this other woman around.
Especially when you done got cool with one of the cousins or some shit, or the sisters.
The
Why
sister.
I thought we was cool, you know?
But it's also not really their fault. Like, I dated a guy. His cousin actually told me. She was like, listen, you don't need to be with him.
Would you want that, though? What girl truly would really want the family member of the guy that she is probably head over heels in love with to come and tell them, hey, I know you happy and everything, but don't waste your time?
I appreciated it because I felt like it had to be that bad that she told me, because she was like, I really fuck with you. Like, I like you a lot. You cool. You treat him well, but he ain't it. She was like, he's got a lot of issues, and I'm just telling you this because I really like you.
Yeah.
Because me and her became super cool, like went on trips together.
Oh, well, that's kind of
And the other thing is you have to know who you're telling, right? Because some people, if you tell them something, they're just going to stay with that person and be mad at you.
And hate you, yeah.
Some people, you know, you have a friend that if you tell them, they're going to be like, all right, let me not just think with my heart. Let me think with my head. And I am that type of person. I'm a very practical person. And so if somebody close to me or, you know, tells me something and it's valid, then I can accept that. And
my heart be getting me in trouble, man. I need to start listening to my mind more. Well, not now because I don't have them kind of problems no more.
Okay, fiance.
As far as love goes. But in other areas of my life, I should probably lead mentally instead of with my heart, because my heart be getting me into some shit.
But you know that helps with music.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I hate to say it because people always be like, oh,
it's such a conflict.
It is, because when you happy, sometimes the music don't hit.
You ain't got nothing to write about.
Right.
Yeah, when everything well, that's crazy. When everything going good, you don't have where's the inspiration behind it? And don't nobody want to hear no happy music.
Sometimes we do though. We need like a good.
If it's something you can do a damn step to or something, yeah. But it's kind of like when Mary. Oh, never mind. I probably shouldn't say that.
When she was going through what she was going through. I mean, people tell her that all the time. Or Toni Braxton did a great album about heartbreak.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And you're right. And then people feel like the music is a different vibe when. And I think you connect to people more because a lot of us are like,
yeah, and it's when it's relatable, I think the music travels further,
right?
When it's
but love is relatable too, you know. And there's times when you're like,
this is true.
Think about what are some good wedding songs when you think about, you know, because you are a fiancé.
Isn't she lovely? That's one of my favorite wedding songs.
All right, now
Stevie Wonder.
No. I was thinking, is that song about his daughter? Was that the song? Oh no, that was My Sherry Amore. Okay.
Isn't she? Oh wait, maybe that was the one.
I'm trying to remember. Was it
about his daughter? Money Long definitely got one.
Oh my gosh,
she got one with that. Now that can be played at that one is. That is generational.
I feel like a few of her songs are like that. But you talking about
great.
Made for Me?
Yes.
Now I feel like I love that song, but people are like, okay, we hear it so much, but every time I hear it, I still can't help but sing it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'm a lover of music. I hardly ever get tired. Now I get tired of some of my own records.
That's a shame.
Is it?
You're not tired of their records. But
I get tired of some of my own records, particularly The one I'm most tired of is Sugar Daddy.
Oh, why?
Because I'm not there no more.
But it's a process. And I think sometimes, listen, there's music I like. I had this whole conversation the other day, too, about how I like music that doesn't always represent where I am right now.
Heard you.
Like I could be somebody else. I could be Sexy Red for a second.
Yeah. It's good when you get to step outside your usual element. But Sugar Daddy was one of the ones that I wrote in real time. That was something I was like actually going. Yeah, it was something I was actually doing at the moment. And now it's up there and it's stuck there.
How did your Sugar Daddy help you?
Whew, girl. In all the ways. But again, that was then, But yeah.
How much older was he?
I was 29. Mm-hmm. He was 57.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was about almost 30 years, 28 years older.
Yeah.
And did he know what his role was?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, honey. But he was, for me, I think for him, he had definitely fallen in love, and I kind of felt bad in the end. Mm-hmm. But for me, it was, I needed a rebound after a bad heartbreak, a bad breakup. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, I need something new and fresh and unfamiliar. And that's what led me over to dating older men.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, everybody's going younger now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing.
That girls are going younger now.
It's a thing. I seen a few posts. I ain't gonna say no names.
But, I think that, like I said, sometimes those things are, first of all, I think what people like about you is that you're really documenting real situations.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Sugar Daddy will make me feel like I wish I had one. Because I've never had that. I've never experienced that. It could have helped me a lot. It could help me a lot right now.
Could. The girls was actually DMing me for Sugar Daddy starter kit.
I don't even know how to ask for things.
What?
Yeah, like I don't know how to do that.
I do. Shit, I need some shoes. I broke a nail. I want to go to Paris.
My nail's still not done. I've been having my nail like this for a month now.
But you independent. That's cool.
Now, how do you explain to your fiance when he listens to your music, and then y'all got to have conversations, because that is like your diary.
Yeah,
it's like your diary in music.
It's funny that you asked that, because he will not watch Sugar Daddy video to this day.
Really?
He won't watch it. He hates the song. He don't want to hear it. Like, first of all, he had no idea who I was when we met. Mm-hmm. So that's just beautiful in itself, because there's no, suspicion of ulterior motive or anything like that. He's foreign, So this was a whole new space for him. He's very private,
How did you guys
territorial. Meet? We met at my baby daddy house.
And I love this. All right. Please continue. Mm-hmm. Let me have some more.
They not friends, first of all. Let's make that very clear. They were not friends.
This ain't no Portia Fallon situation.
It was a kickback. Y'all have kickbacks out here? Y'all know what kickbacks is?
We don't really, but we know what it is.
Okay. So it was a little kickback, and I went over there. I had just did like a 12-hour session at the studio. Went to go pick up my son. Mm-hmm. And his uncle was like, "Nah, you come kick it. We having a little, I was like, I don't like y'all like that. I'm trying to get my son and bounce, And it was just one of those situations where friends of friends of friends invited other friends. And as I was leaving the party, Jay was walking into the party. Mm-hmm. And that's how we met. And
did you turn back around like I
was like, I could stay for a little bit longer. I ain't never seen you around here before. I had to make sure that there was no friendship or any,
Mm-hmm. Okay, respectfully.
Between him and And it got weird throughout the night, because I was like, I'm playing dominoes and cards and having these drinks with this guy that I'm into, but then this is my, my son's family, my ex's family. So I ended up leaving.
Right.
And then a couple of days after that, he pursued me and was asking for my number and things like that. And I didn't want to give it to him, because I was just like, it's still a little too close for comfort, Mm-hmm. And he was just like, man, look, I don't care about none of that. Then I ain't kin to them. Y'all been separated for y'all ain't been together for over 5 years. So
right.
I let him take me out on a date, and I fucked on the first night, and now we getting married.
It can happen for you. Where was the first date?
And I don't regret it. At his house.
You shouldn't regret it.
In his living room.
So you didn't mind going to so y'all must have really been like having a vibe to even feel comfortable to go to somebody's house on a first date.
Nasty girl. Jamaica.
There's rumors about Jamaican men and things that they won't do, but I don't believe it. I feel like that's outdated.
I don't know about what they won't do, but I know about what they do. I'm so in love.
That's good. I'm glad
very
to hear
happy.
that because people have all kinds of rules about dating.
Yeah.
They'll be like, I'm not doing this on the first date. I'm not going to, on the third date, I'll give him a kiss. But you was just like.
Because what we wasting time for? You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm finna marry you, I need to know I got to know what we working with.
I mean, it was the first night. You did have a little time.
I mean, it's a little Hennessy involved, you know.
Did you feel like
liquid courage, I guess?
Sometimes the first time could be a little awkward too. Like it takes a while to get adjusted to each other. You know how you got to know what he likes, he got to know what you like. Was the first time like?
No, it was so. I love telling the story. It sounds so corny, but it was so electrical when we first shook hands. Like God, it just sounds so corny. And I've always been the opposite of fairy tales, but I truly believe that the first time we saw each other, it was love at first sight.
Wow.
I believe
and
it.
he feels the same way.
Absolutely. It's crazy because when we tell that story, we always feel silly because love at first sight is such a, it's just one of those quotes that
people will
nobody
be like,
ever
it's just
really
lust
believes
at
in.
first sight, and some
Yeah.
people don't believe that.
But
right.
I'm head over heels madly in love, and he is too.
And so some of these songs must have been written a while ago. Then, like, how do you write?
Yeah.
For this album, knowing that you're so in love. So talk to me about like certain songs. Obviously, we all know For the Streets.
Listen, I was scared to touch that song, Angela.
That is scary. That's Fantasia.
Yes, and it's a classic. If you're gonna do it, you got one shot. And I didn't want to do it, and then my A&R came in and was like, "Why not? Just give it a shot and put your spin on it. Give them what they know and love Inayah for, and they know they know you're gonna talk your shit on there." So I did it, and now it's an anti-love song, and the people received it. There was a nice little handful of them that was like, "Oh my God, I know she didn't. Why would she touch that?" You know, but there was more love than the opposite.
And I bet Fantasia loved it.
She approved it, girl.
Yeah, she approved it.
I didn't get to like personally speak or meet with her at the time because she was promoting Color Purple. She had just did Color Purple. But just for her and her team to even approve it and give me their blessing to touch this record was mind-blowing to me. Right. Yeah.
And even when you put this out, knowing that you were in love at the time.
So it's really hard for consumers to separate an artist's real life from their craft. This is our craft. This is our art, you know? And nothing that I write about is like no fugazi shit. If I write it, I've directly experienced it, or somebody very close to me has went through it to where I was able to have front row seats into their trauma or their heartbreak. So nothing that I write about is ever like made up. It's all real experiences.
It might not have just happened though.
Yeah, and I got records in the can, girl. Like I have so much shit archived, and I was just ready to reclaim my time with this album. And I just gave them what they fell in love with me for in the first place, which is my shit talking and giving them their Instagram quotes.
And it's saying stuff that other people won't say, and it just sounds so beautiful. You know how people would be like, when such and such, like when Inayah sings something, she could be playing you, but it still sound real pretty.
Oh, thank you.
While you're talking about it.
Thank you. Somebody got to do it. Shit, leave it up to me. I got you.
Now, what about when it went viral that you got engaged in November? That wasn't you that put it up. Somebody posted that.
I didn't. Somebody else did.
And everybody was like, congratulations, that's amazing, you deserve it, so on and so forth. But was that a moment that you didn't want people to...
It was so beautiful and sacred and special, and I just couldn't believe that God had finally allowed me to meet my husband. That I wanted to soak that up privately. I wanted to soak that up by myself. It took a long time for me to even get to that space. So wasn't ready to share it, but it's out there. It's out there.
How's the wedding planning going?
Girl, I haven't even started.
Okay.
It's too much going on right now.
Forever.
It's too much going on right now. We got the drop, and Wait There's More is out. And then we're going on tour. I don't even have 2024 is all booked up.
Right. So do you have a date yet? Or
I don't have nothing.
That's fine.
I don't have nothing.
You got a ring.
Yeah, and that's good enough. It's heavy too, girl. It's so heavy.
How was it even, like you said, you guys have a blended family now.
Yeah.
How was that process?
I was scared to become a stepmama. Not gonna lie. I hope that doesn't sound harsh, but now I've learned to appreciate it and find so much beauty in it. But I was worried that this little boy, because I met him when he was 2. He was just 2 years old. He's about to be 6 now. So I was worried that I didn't know how to, and forgive me if this sounds harsh, but I'm just telling you what space I was in. I was worried that I wouldn't find space to open my heart to another kid, especially during postpartum and all these other things I was dealing with after having Apollo. But he's become one of the loves of my life. And I can't imagine. My house is beautifully chaotic with all 3 of my boys. Yeah,
that's 3
I
boys.
love it. And he couldn't say my name when we met. He couldn't say Inayah, so he nicknamed me Yaya.
Oh, that's cute.
It's the cutest. It's the cutest, most affectionate name that he calls me, and that's my baby now.
Mm-hmm. How was it even for you guys, like meeting the other person? I know you had to meet his son's mother, and then
my baby mama.
Yeah,
we cool.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
was that a process?
I mean, I think it's an adjustment for anybody,
right?
You know, especially when you're inviting a whole nother person into your child's life. You gotta know who you dealing with and what you dealing with. So I think it was an adjustment for all of us, but we smooth sailing now. We cool. My baby mama cool.
And how did you know that you were that you had postpartum?
Girl, because I wasn't me. I couldn't.
Because some people don't know, like they're suffering from it and have no idea what's wrong.
Oh, I knew I was outside of myself, so I could tell that, something was wrong. It's a form of it's depression. It's a form of depression. I felt completely consumed by motherhood. I couldn't get back to me. I couldn't write any. Oh, I'm getting emotional. Why I always get emotional when I talk about this? I couldn't create any music. I couldn't write a song to save my life. Like I was just creatively empty.
Right. If you need this.
I was breastfeeding, so my baby was completely dependent on me at the time. It was a moment where I had actually went mute because I felt like I didn't have anything I couldn't find anything worth saying or worth speaking about. Oh, God. I'm too gangster for this shit, Angela.
It's okay.
Damn
but
it.
You know what? This is helpful for other people. Because this is real life. You know how many women go through postpartum depression? Some of them, unfortunately, can't even identify what's wrong.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're with somebody who has no idea what's happening with them.
Yeah.
So to be able to see some of these signs and know that it's nothing that, to know what it is so that you know how to handle it, I think is important.
Yeah, for sure. Because it was a new, unfamiliar space. I didn't experience that with my 13-year-old. I bounced right back. My body bounced back. My skin cleared up. I didn't have any issues. I didn't feel sexy. I didn't feel desired. I was like tripping out on Jay, and Jay was my rock through all of that.
Jay Rock.
Yeah, he kept me sane.
That's how you know that's real love, though.
Sorry.
That's the one for somebody to be able, because it's hard for him to have to deal with. It's harder for you, obviously.
It was so hard. No,
but
it
affects
it's
everybody.
Fair to say, it's fair to say that it affects everybody because that was his first time having to deal with postpartum too. It was a stranger in his house.
Right.
So to be able to be back in this creative space now with my album, with Wait There's More, I'm just so appreciative, which is why I opened up the album with Glory, because I had to give spiritual recognition to God for bringing me out of that. For real. Yeah.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And, just for, what did you, for everybody listening, what are some things that you were able to do that were helpful for you?
to get back in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know, I went viral for my freestyles.
Mm-hmm.
So I would challenge myself by just propping my phone up, just going into my studio.
Take it back to the essence.
Yeah, I just had to go back to the start. I needed to find it so badly. So what better way to go find something is other than to retrace your steps, you know? So I just went back to the start. I propped my phone up and I would put a beat on, and I wouldn't even try to force it. I would just wait until a melody came to me. And it was a lot like a kid riding a tricycle for the first time. You're going to fall down a couple of times, but you're going to get back up and you're going to keep going. Mm-hmm. So I stuck at it until I found my voice again. And then I called my super assistant, Sierra, and I was like, hey, I'm ready. I think I'm ready, you know. And we got back in the lab, and now we have Wait, There's More. Yeah.
And do you still live in Houston now?
I do. I just bought a house in Houston.
Oh, congrats.
Thank
Hold
you.
on. Wait, there's more, guys.
I do.
We got to toast to that, too.
Yes. Toast to home ownership, man.
Oh, my God. That's amazing. Listen, and it is a difficult time for some people, you know, because we've been talking about like housing and mortgages and all of that.
Yeah.
How was that process for you of buying a home and finding the right place? How did you know this was it?
So we actually originally wanted to move out to the country and get some exclusive space and some land and be separated from the city. But my children, I really try my hardest to make sure that they don't have to feel any change because of my career.
Right.
So instead of moving out to the country, my oldest, he's at the age and in 7th grade where he's starting to establish his core friends, like the friends that's going to be his homies until college.
Right. They're going to have movies together.
Yeah. And I didn't want to disrupt that. I didn't want to take that away from him because he got some homies that he been real down with since like 3rd grade. So instead, we chose to like, you know, have a bit of a compromise, and we just found this exclusive gated neighborhood. You got to show your ID at the gate. You know what I'm saying? You can't just get off up in here. So we went to a gated neighborhood. It's pretty exclusive, and that way we still have our, you know, we're still separate from.
Have your privacy and have your space.
Yeah, we still have our privacy, but our kids still get to feel pretty normal everyday lives. Yeah.
Now, I got to ask you about the song Pacquiao.
Yeah. Oh, what a shift in conversation.
We're going to move on to this, getting catfish. Okay, you got to explain this to me because, you know, you write these songs, so I know they come from a real place. Have you ever stayed with somebody too long because you got catfished by the dick?
Stayed with them too long? No.
Okay.
I'm out of there. You ain't finna, no sir. Hell no. You had said it was like this, but truth is it's like that. So I'm out. I'm bouncing. No, I'm not babysitting your feelings or.
What if you really like them as a person? You don't want to hurt their feelings.
You hurt my feelings when you lied about your dick. What we talking about? No, that's not fair.
So that's a big deal to you. You couldn't love somebody and be with them, but they just.
Let's be honest here. Sex is at least 65% of the relationship.
A little more than half.
Yeah, definitely more than half. I would put 65 on it.
Because when everything else is great, the sex lines up too.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And especially when there's that. Think of it like this. You have this bomb connection and attraction to this person, and then once you choose whatever speed y'all choose to go at, once you choose to meet each other with your bodies, and then it's like womp womp. Are we gonna act like that's not a disappointment, and you just gonna go off the fact that they're sweet?
So this happened to you?
Yes. Damn it.
What do you do in that situation?
Leave.
What do you say?
Get your shit and go.
Oh my God, because
nah, I'm not babysitting no feelings. Sex is a big deal. Sex is a big
somebody
deal.
could be not that big and still be good though, no?
Oh no, I didn't say, you know, to each his own.
Okay.
You know, some girls are satisfied with fivers. Maybe sixers.
Okay.
You know, whatever. To each his own.
Right.
I know me though.
Not you.
I'm not finna babysit your feelings, sir. You shouldn't have been talking all this shit because now I'm expecting that. You done built up the hype.
That is true. That's why you always got to talk it down a little. Like,
I would rather them not talk about it at all.
Yeah, maybe not mention it.
Yeah, like let's not even talk.
Or maybe he got to talk about like his mouth work. Like
most of the time, the ones that's tiny like that, they got, you know what I'm saying, they got motor mouth. But
Motor mouth.
But I'm not babysitting no feelings and protecting no egos and no shit like that. Nah, I got to have sex is a big deal in a relationship. I don't care what nobody say, and they lying if they say otherwise.
Yeah, it is a big deal. It's a big deal when it's not hitting. I feel like when it's great, perfect. But when it's not good, I think it's an indication that there's other things wrong too.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. But I will say sometimes the relationship could not be great, but the sex could be great.
Okay, and then that's what bitches end up going crazy because then they know
You get
they ain't shit,
digmatized
but they get
and
digmatized. Yeah, it definitely needs to be.
But I also
a full
feel like
package.
when your sex is not like lined up, usually that means there's other things going on.
Like mentally, emotionally.
It could be, or it could be in your relationship that something's wrong, or it could be he's going through something.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. Like
Yeah.
guys, I think sometimes we feel like guys are always ready and they're not. Just like we could be like, oh, I don't feel like it tonight, I have a headache. But if a guy says that, it's like weird.
Oh yeah, like who? First of all, where you been?
Right.
Drop them. Let me
I need to
see.
smell your-
Let me smell it. Nah, for real. You absolutely right on that one. It's a difference. I know that probably sounds sexist.
Yeah, but we
it's
have
the
to
truth.
also understand that sometimes they go through things.
Yeah.
They're
That's
humans.
that's fair or whatever. But like I said, it matters. And Pacquiao that record is about experiencing a guy that hyped himself up, and it wasn't what it was.
Poor Pacquiao had to catch a stray with that one.
And you know what else? That was the first.
He running for president.
That was my first attempt in linking with a comedian on a record. That's Lunel on there.
I love
love
yes,
Lunel.
She's so funny.
I love her. I'm just so happy she was willing to be a part of it. So shout out to Lunel for
And you
for
love
hitting on.
comedians because you're on the Miss Pat show.
I do.
Yes, I love, Miss Pat. First of all, comedy is like going to a comedy show is my ideal date night.
Date night for real?
Always,
Yeah,
yes.
that's perfect.
And so that's what I love about you too. That's
Yeah.
something that was unexpected.
Yeah. Unexpected for real. That was the perfect word. She reached out to me on IG and was like, "Hey, I got this show I want you to be a part of." And I actually was trying to pass on it. I was like, "Oh, Miss Pat, thank you so much, but I'm not an actress. I don't want to get on TV and embarrass myself, but thank you for considering me, but I ain't never acted before." She said, "What's your number?" I gave her my number. She called me up. I said, "Hey, Miss Pat, how you doing?" She said, "If you don't get your ass down here to Atlanta and come audition for this damn show." I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm on my way. And she's the same person on and off camera. You ain't going to never get no other version of Miss Pat. She's 1,000% genuine. She act the same way. But I did it, and now I'm moving on to season 4 with them.
Isn't that so dope? Like something you never would have anticipated.
It is a
How was the
blessing.
audition?
It was easy because I'm naturally a damn fool in real life anyway. So it was very easy to tap into the energy of Trina. And she from the hood. I'm from the hood. She sings. I sing for real. I feel like they designed her character around a lot of who I am anyways,
Right.
because she said when they was thinking up the character, she thought of me immediately.
That is so dope.
It's so dope.
To even know that you made that big of an impact on somebody that
I can't
something you've
even-
never done before, like acting, they already knew you would.
Yeah. And I don't even be I'm unscripted all day long, So to get that blessing and then being meeting Tyler Perry and doing movies with him from just off of that, it still blows.
I mean, people put up billboards to try to get in Tyler Perry movies, and you ain't have to
People what?
put up billboards trying to get in Tyler. Like, remember that woman? She was an actress. She put up a billboard in Atlanta.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, to try to get in one of his movies.
I didn't.
And you,
I never heard
on
of
the
that.
other hand, it's like, we want her.
She put up a billboard. That's crazy.
I gotta ask you, like, just even thinking about, your background. I know that earlier when we first started this conversation, you talked about like coming from trauma and things like that.
Yeah.
What was it like for you growing up before music really took off?
I come from music, first of all. My mama was a songstress before she got sick, and my grandfather was the lead singer of a quartet group. So it's in my blood. My mama was an LVN. She worked nights and overnights. So my big sister kind of took on a responsible role pretty early on in, helping do our hair and cooking us eggs in the morning. And mama would get off work and get us ready and off to school. My mama was so tired. She did her thing with us, man. Shout out to you, mommy. You did a wonderful job with us. Damn, getting emotional again. Damn, Angela.
It's okay. It's a celebration day.
Jesus.
Because you know what? No matter what your backstory is, we're here today.
Yeah, man. Shit wasn't always, great. So mama did the best she could with us. She got us up out the hood. She met my stepdad, who's been in my life since I was 8 years old, and he stepped up and did the job of a man who couldn't. And, she's always nurtured my gift. My mama knew early on that I could sing at 2 years old. Right. She recognized my gift. And it's funny because I see it in my 3-year-old. He sings, he walks around the house singing melodies. And when I was 2, my mama said I would do that. The movie. Was it Universal Motion Pictures?
Yeah, the intro.
At 2 years old, it was just stuck. It was stuck. And I wrote my first song when I was 10. And I would sign up for all of these competition shows in the city and win all of them. And I got signed actually at 14 to a gospel label when I was 14 years old. Went nowhere, fell through, bad deal. And I did The Voice. I did American Idol. I did all these things, and I would never make it past second round, third round preliminaries. And then to sit in front of my phone, prop it up on the desk, make a freestyle, and go viral out of nowhere. God had taken me all around the world, and I never had to leave my living room.
Right.
And I thought I was supposed to get it in other ways by doing the competition shows, but it didn't happen like that.
Yeah. No, that is a blessing, though.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Major.
And sometimes, things happen when they're supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Because maybe when you were younger, if things would have worked out, or if you would have won one of those competition shows,
for sure,
you would have been locked into something that you couldn't get out of.
Yeah, for sure. Divine appointments. Divine appointments. And I love telling this story. I had 4,900 followers when I posted that freestyle. By the next morning when I woke up, I had 200,000 followers.
This Boot Up?
Yeah. This was the LMA Boot Up remake. Just overnight. The popularity, not the work at music, but the popularity. And I didn't get to experience the climb of that. I was literally just me one day, and the next day I was that girl from Instagram, that singing girl from Instagram. So it's been one hell of a ride.
Did the label start going crazy, hitting you up at that point?
Absolutely.
That's when they're like, and by that time it's like, well, now I got all these followers. So
and I didn't know anything about labels. I didn't know nothing about, getting signed or none of that. It was labels coming left and right. It was all type of celebrities in my DM asking about deals, and I didn't know nothing about none of that. So ultimately, I ended up, getting an attorney and meeting up over at Empire, and I signed with them, and I'm very, very happy at Empire. Shout out to Empire and my mama, Tina Davis. And
hey, Tina.
I think it's the way a record label should be ran. I own my masters. I have creative control. I'm good.
Right. And even thinking about with gospel music, they will frown upon certain types of things. Like, and your songs, the first song clearly is homage to,
spiritual recognition.
Yeah, spiritual recognition. But then the rest of the songs.
Boom. Plot twist. I had to
We're
start
very
off
versatile,
with,
is what we like to say.
Listen, I love the Lord. Now he know I be talking my shit.
The Lord knows my heart.
But I love God. I had to start it off that way because the gift comes from Him anyways. And who am I without God? I don't care what people think. But yeah, I started off that way, and then we're gonna get into back to our regularly scheduled shit talking program.
Well, I am so happy that I got to celebrate with you today on the day that your album is out. Wait, There's More. And when we say Wait, There's More, we mean the album is out right now. Yeah. We mean the wedding is not being planned, but it's going to happen. You was our whole fiance. All right. We mean Tyler Perry movies. We mean the Miss Pat show. Yeah. We mean like so many different things that you are so deserving of. So congratulations on everything that you have going on right now. A beautiful family, a beautiful spirit, beautiful voice. All of the things, a tour that's kicking off, right?
Yes. Wait, There's More tour. That's what I'm most excited about. It's doubled from my last tour. The last tour was my first tour,
right?
Ever, first time.
Good. You learned a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, and I also sold out in like 48 hours, and I didn't even know people, fuck with me like that. So anyway, this one has doubled. Now that was 11 cities. Now we have 20 cities.
Okay.
And I'm lit. I'm lit about it.
That's
so
right.
Excited.
Well, cheers to that. Cheers to you. Thank you
you,
so much.
Angela.
I appreciate you.
Cheers.